Apex Legends has been out for a few weeks at this point, and it's obvious to me at least that players are rapidly improving. Some of this will be down to people simply getting used to the game mechanics, and some of it will be down to people learning all of the ins and outs of the game as a whole. Knowledge in a battle royale game can be just as important as raw skill, and for that reason, we at the Sapphire Tech YouTube channel have compiled this list of the top 5 best weapons in Apex Legends. Now, just to be clear, we are not going to be including any of the golden legendary weapons found in supply drops in this list. While sure, the Caber and the Mastiff are both brilliant weapons and certainly worth a pickup most of the time, they are kinda limited to a very specific playstyle, and they are not the kind of weapon that you are able to find every single game reliably. So I hope you understand why we are leaving them out. Now, quickly before we jump into it, I want to let you all know that this video was brought to you by Sapphire Nitro. The Nitro Plus range of Radeon GPUs brings out the very best of AMD's Vega and Polaris architecture, with factory overclock performance and advanced cooling solutions all enshrouded in captivating designs. You too can enter the world of high resolution, high refresh rate displays, and power the latest and greatest games on the market. For more information on the Sapphire Nitro range, please check out the link in the description of this video. But anyway, with that said, let's kick off this list straight away with number 5, which is the Spitfire. This heavy ammo LMG has got to be one of, if not the most consistent weapons in the entire game. Unlike most other weapons in Apex Legends, a Spitfire right off the ground with no attachments still manages to be viable right up until endgame. Most automatic weapons require you at least get your hands on the extended magazine attachments to be truly effective, whereas the Spitfire from standard has the ability to take down multiple enemies in a single spray. However, due to its middling DPS potential and its reliance on so much heavy ammo, the Spitfire is unable to climb any higher on our list. With that said though, I still believe that the vast majority of players out there playing Apex Legends would potentially still find more success with this weapon than the weapons that are about to follow. Hands down, the Spitfire has the best skill in to power out ratio there is, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with abusing that. Up next, at number 4, we have the Peacekeeper. This lever action shotgun is devastating in close quarters, and once you get your hands on the precision choke, it becomes pretty strong at a distance too. This is not the weapon you want to go up against early on when you've got very little armor. The Peacekeeper, while not my favourite up close weapon, does have two big advantages over the SMGs. One, due to it being a shotgun, it is so much kind of on your backpack space, only requiring a single stack of shotgun rounds to keep it fed. And 2, because each shot can chunk well over 100 damage, if you get the jump on an enemy you have the chance of taking them down before they can even react. And for that reason, the Peacekeeper has earned its place on this list. Moving on over to our number 3 weapon, we have the R99. This light ammo SMG is simply a bullet hose. The thing that sets it aside from most other weapons is just how reliable it can be at close range when spraying from the hip. The DPS on display here is crazy high, to the point that providing that you and your enemy are both fighting fully stacked with HP and armor, you should still win out versus a Peacekeeper at close range most of the time. Providing that you are able to dictate the fight and maintain control over a situation, the R99 can become the strongest weapon in the entire game. Unfortunately, however, I do find that the R99 does require a lot of attachments in order to really shine. Default from pickup, this weapon can be incredibly difficult to control from iron sights, and the 18 round magazine is going to make taking down opponents at any distance further than toe to toe incredibly difficult. Also, in order to keep this weapon stocked up on ammo, you are realistically going to want to literally be carrying hundreds of light rounds, which is really going to eat into your backpack space. To get the most out of this, you will most likely want to pair it with a weapon that can cover you from medium to long ranges, but when it works and you fight within its sweet spot, there simply is nothing better. At our number 2 spot, we have a weapon that could have quite easily been swapped out for our number 1, depending on your playstyle. And that weapon is the R301. This light ammo assault rifle is pretty much a laser beam at most ranges. That said, it is the medium range where this weapon really shines. Considering the rate of fire, the R301 has a very easy to control recoil pattern. So easy in fact that this is one of the few weapons that allows you to go full auto at 3 and 4 times magnification. The attachments obviously make this easier, but to be honest, I would still say that the most important upgrade is once again going to be the extended magazines. The one place where I do think the R301 falls a little short is in close range, where it lacks that hipfire accuracy of the Peacekeeper and the R99. While it is certainly possible to just aim down sights and commit at close range, that loss of mobility can really hurt, so I do find pairing this with a weapon that you can really rely on up close is the best way to go. Honestly, if you try this weapon out and you don't find yourself having that much luck, then maybe go back and give the Spitfire a go instead. While the R301 is objectively better, it is also a lot more difficult to use, and so the vast majority of players out there could find the Spitfire to be a more reliable option. Anyway, before we jump into our number 1, I want to quickly give out a few honourable mentions. The G7 Scout. This light ammo semi-auto rifle has a fair bit going for it. Unfortunately, however, it never really manages to be the best at anything. While I would say that it is most certainly a viable weapon at medium to long ranges, due to the game being focused so heavily on squad play, it can be very difficult to capitalise on any damage you land at distance. If solos ever become a thing in Apex Legends, then this weapon is really going to shine. Until then though, it just misses out on a place in our top 5. Next up we have the Triple Take. This energy weapon is half sniper and half shotgun, but never really manages to do either role as well as the alternatives. That said, at medium range, the Triple Take can be surprisingly effective and bite chunks out of the enemy before they even know what has hit them. Personally, I find this weapon to be a lot of fun to use, and it's certainly not a bad weapon in itself. If you're feeling adventurous, you should definitely give this a try. And finally, we have the Prowler. This heavy ammo 5-round burst SMG can be incredibly awkward to use. That is, until you get the select fire hop up and transform it into a fully auto beast of a weapon. With the right attachments, the Prowler finds itself right between the R99 and R301 in terms of functionality, with both decent hipfire and aiming down sights accuracy. The only real downside here is the reliance on that select fire hop up and just how much heavy ammo it consumes. But providing that you've got the attachments and the ammo to invest, the Prowler has the potential to be called the very best fully auto weapon in the entire game. Now, with the honourable mentions out of the way, let's finally move on to the number 1 weapon in the whole of Apex Legends. Granted, this will likely surprise no one, but here it is anyway. The Wingman. This heavy ammo hand cannon has become the bread and butter of many great players' arsenals. While it may not beat out the peak performance of any of the other weapons on this list, its versatility is what secures its spot at number 1. The Wingman is deadly at all but the very longest of engagement distances, and you could maybe consider this weapon to be the perfect secondary, but that would really not do the weapon justice. Its high damage per shot makes this one of the few weapons in the game that can take down multiple enemies without needing to reload. While its attachments certainly do make it even stronger, the Wingman is also one of the few weapons where the base pickup is still totally viable. We are talking about a weapon that is so good that when I have it equipped, it's almost always what I consider to be my primary weapon. Other advantages of the Wingman over most other weapons is the fast aim down sight speed, the maneuverability that you keep while using it, and how little ammo you need to carry. Provided that you have the aim required to get the most out of it, the Wingman is all you are going to really need in order to come out on top of most engagements. On top of all that, it feels simply nice to fire. I would not go as far to call the Wingman overpowered because, like I have already mentioned, there are other weapons that peak much higher in effectiveness, but when it comes to reliability and consistency, no matter the situation, the Wingman has got your back, and that is why it is our number 1. So I suppose that's all we've really got time for today, but to recap, we have the Spitfire at number 5, the Peacekeeper at number 4, our number 3 was the R99, followed by the R301 at number 2, and last but certainly not least, the Wingman is our number 1 weapon in Apex Legends. Now, I would love to hear from you guys. What do you think the top 5 weapons in Apex Legends are? Please do let me know in the comment section below this video. This video was also recorded on the 1st of March 2019, so obviously this list could be a little bit dated depending on when you are watching it. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and I do hope that this video was at least some use to all of you. And if you are new around here, you should think about slapping that subscribe button so you get notified of our future uploads. Also, if you are active over on Instagram, you should check us out over there as well. Our new account can be found over there at SapphireTech_official. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I have been Pixel, you have been watching the Sapphire Tech YouTube channel, and until next time, I will catch you later. Bye bye.